Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable of Coordinator of Economy Education Studi Program Dr. Agus Wibowo SPD IMPD, The Honorable Coordinator of the Accounting Education Studi Program Ati Sumiati MM, The Honorable the Supervisor Erika Takidah SEMSI, and Wikis Mayanti Respati SPD MAK. My name is Hilda Salvia Salsabila from Economy Education Studi Program Concentration in Accounting Education 2020. On this occasion, I will present my thesis proposal with the title Impact of the Ratio Liquidity, Leverage, and Operating Capacity to the Financial Distress of the Studi Company on Manufacturing Companies listed on the Indonesian Stock Exchange or BEI in 2020 until 2022. The following are the main point of the discussion that will be discussed about introduction, theoretical point, and research method. And next, chapter 1. The economy has an important role in human life through the world because the economy is something that can advance people, welfare can grow income so that it can reduce the property rate in the country. However, it can be seen from the past few years that in the 2020 until 2022 period, economic growth was still relatively slow due to the impact of COVID-19 pandemic. It can be seen from the Ministry of Finance report in 2021. This decline can be seen in the slowdown in economic growth, which decreased from 5.2% in 2019 and 2.97% in 2020. However, in 2021 and 2022, economic growth in Indonesia experienced a slight increase in the percentage figure, namely 3.69% and 5.31%. This also had an impact on the country of Cambodia, which experienced a decline in economic growth. This situation means that economic actors must be able to create strategies in order to comply to maintain supervision both individually and corporately this competition and cause company to work hard to strengthen more competitive management fundamental. The occurrence of competition between companies can cause significant change in the economy sector, one of which is in manufacturing company. Due to the impact of COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, manufacturing companies experience a decline in company finance. To see the decline is company finance, it can be seen from the main indicator used, namely the financial report of the company concerned. Financial reports are used as a measure of company success in carrying out its business active. Next. To be able to prove the financial report, are usually research can be carried out regarding the benefit of financial report. One form of research carried out can be used liquidity ratio, leverage, and operating capacity as factors to analyze research related to the benefit of financial report for the purpose of predicting company performance such as bankruptcy and decline in company finance. And next, formulation of the problem. The problem formulation in this research is as follows. First, is there an influence of liquidity ratio on the financial distress of manufacturing company? 2, is there an influence of leverage on the decline in manufacturing company finance? 3, is there an influence of operating capacity on the decline in manufacturing company finance? And the last, the 4, is there an influence of liquidity ratio, leverage, and operating capacity on the financial distress of manufacturing company finance? And next, research object. The research objects are as follows. First, to find out whether there is an influence between the liquidity ratio and the decline in manufacturing company finance. Second, to find out whether there is an influence between leverage on the decline in manufacturing company finance. Third, to find out whether there is an influence between operating capacity on the decline in manufacturing company finance. And the last, the fourth, to find out whether there is an influence between liquidity ratio, leverage, and operating capacity on the decline in manufacturing company finance. Next, benefit of research. First, theoretical. In the research carried out, it is hoped that this research can increase knowledge for readers and that the research carried out can enrich reference for the future research. And the second, particle. It is hoped that it can increase understanding regarding financial distress and become useful knowledge and can become library material for students at Jakarta State University. And next, chapter 2. Next, supporting theory. First, agency theory. According to Johnson and McLean in 1976, in Sampurno, Respati, and Susanti in 2023, agency theory is a form of relationship between the principal as an owner and the agent as a manager. This theory describes the importance of openness regarding financial report to shareholder and investor so that there is no data manipulation. And the second, financial distress. According to Harry in 2017, financial distress is a situation where an entity experiences difficult fulfilling its obligation, a condition where the company income cannot cover its total cost, so it experiences a loss. And next, the third, liquidity ratio. According to Sukamulja in 2019, the liquidity ratio reflects an entity ability to pay off its short-term obligation or how quickly the company can convert the asset into cash. The ratio is very important because it can show the efficiency of using a company's short-term asset. And the last, leverage. According to Scale and Harley in 1992, in Pratiwi and Tahar in 2017, leverage is the degree of firm borrowing, meaning that the leverage is the level of company borrowing, a company level of ability to use asset or fund that have a fixed burden or debt or special share. Next, 5. Operating capacity. According to Hidayat in 2013, operating capacity is a ratio used to measure a company ability to manage its asset for company needs. And next, relevant research. First, increase conducted by Mahaningrum and Merkusiwati in 2020. The result that can be seen from the research are the liquidity ratio has a significant negative effect on financial distress. And the second research conducted by Wijaya and Suhenda in 2023, the result of this study explained that leverage has a significant negative effect on financial distress. And the third, in research conducted by Handayani, Widyasmara and Amah in 2019, it was found that operating capacity had a significant negative effect of financial distress. Next, theoretical framework. First, The effect of liquidity ratio on financial distress. Based on research by Mutmainnah and Huda in 2022, the liquidity ratio using the current ratio has a partially significant negative effect on financial distress. And two, the effect of leverage on financial distress. Based on research conducted by Hidayat, Permatasari, and Suhamdeni in 2020, leverage has a positive and significant effect on financial distress condition. Next, the third, the effect of operating capacity on financial distress. Based on research conducted by Idawati in 2020, the operating capacity variable show no significant influence. So it can be concluded the operating capacity has no effect on financial distress. And the last, the influence of liquidity ratio, leverage, and operating capacity on financial distress. Based on research conducted by Widyari and Merkusiwati in 2015, liquidity ratio and operating capacity have a significant negative effect on financial distress in manufacturing company listed on the BEI in 2010 until 2013. Meanwhile, leverage is unable to influence the possibility of financial distress in manufacturing company listed on the IDX in 2010 until 2013. And next, based on the theoretical framework that has been presented, several research hypotheses were found, namely as follows. H1, effect of liquidity ratio on financial distress. H2, the effect of leverage on financial distress. H3, the effect of operating capacity on financial distress. And the last, H4, the influence of liquidity ratio, leverage, and operating capacity on financial distress. Next, chapter 3. Next, analysis unit, population sample. Unit of analysis. The object used in the research are manufacturing company listed on the Indonesian Stock Exchange or BEI for 2020 until 2022, with the financial distress analyzed unit as the relate variable and liquidity ratio, leverage, and operating capacity as the independent variable. The valid data used in the research was obtained from financial report accessed via the idx.go.id website and the official website of each entity. And population. The population in this research is manufacturing company listed on the Indonesian Stock Exchange or BEI in 2020 until 2022. And sample. The sample technique used in this research is purpose sampling. According to Sugiono in 2018, purpose sampling is a technique for sampling data source using several consideration to achieve research object. Therefore, 40 company will be used a sample in this research. Next, data collection technique. Research method. In the research that will be carried out, researcher will use quantitative research method. Therefore, researcher conducted statistical tests to determine cause and effect in the research based on independent variable, namely liquidity ratio and leverage and operating capacity, and also the dependent variable, namely financial distress. And data collection. In this research that will be carried out, researcher will use documentation technique in this research, where the data to be obtained comes for the financial report of manufacturing company for the period 2020 until 2022 on this Indonesian Stock Exchange or BEI website and the official website of each company with 40 research objects for manufacturing company. With a total of 120 panel data to be studied in accordance with research interest and qualification. Next, data analysis technique. This research uses quantitative analysis. The quantitative research method itself obtains data in the form of number to be measured and analyzed using statistical procedure to produce the conclusion. The data analysis technique used in the research are: first, descriptive statistical analysis. In the descriptive statistical analysis, the research will examine median, mode, range, variance, and standard deviation to obtain optimal result. And the second, panel data regression analysis. First, common effect model. The model assume the company data that is the object of research in the same over various time period. And the second, fixed effect model. The goal is to obtain an intercept between object, but the slope between object is similar. And the last, random effect model. Analyzing data with dummy variable will be related to time and individuals. Next, classic assumption test, normality test. This is done to be able to test whether in the regression model the dependent variable, independent variable, or both have a normal distribution or not. And the second, multicollinearity test, shown to test whether each variable is found to have a correlation between one or all variable. And heteroscedasticity test. This is done to find out whether the regression has different its variance from the residual of one observation to other. And the last, hypothesis testing. First, coefficient of determination test. Used to see the magnitude of the independent variable relative to be related the variable y. And the second, F-test, aims to find out whether the independent variable jointly influence the dependent variable. And the last, T-test, carried out in order to test the truth of the research hypothesis regarding the influence of each independent variable, partially on the related variable. So, that's all for my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.